Hello, friend. This is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com, and today I want to talk to you about the unseen architects of your success. Imagine if you unlocked a secret blueprint of your life. You unravel this blueprint and you see the invisible hands that have been steering your journey. Now, I say hands in quotes because there's not another being involved. It isn't about luck. It's not about coincidence even. It's about understanding the profound unseen influences that sculpt your reality, and they sculpt your reality because they are a part of you. What are these subtle forces? They are your thoughts. As Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23 says, "Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life." Your life is a success or failure based on what's going on in your heart, the thoughts you're having in your heart, the things you're meditating on, the things you're allowing in. You allow the world's trash and entertainment into your heart, and then you wonder why your life is not good or you're getting all the results that the world gets. Maybe you need to re-examine this. I know people like to scoff at the idea that your thoughts create your reality, but what else does? I know people get religious and they'll say, well, God is in control and God chooses what happened to us. Really? So somebody has something brutal crime committed against them that was God's will? Now they'll try to skate around that and say, well, no, he just allowed it because it's teaching us a lesson or some nonsense. But the implications are not that God is good in that kind of belief system, but that belief system is not true at all. God is not in control, and that's not denigrating God. It's because God gave man dominion over the earth, and the results we are seeing in the earth is a product of man, not God. That's why Jesus said to pray for God's will in heaven to be done in earth, because God's will is not currently being done on the earth. Now, there are areas where it's being done, of course, but overall, the entire world, is it filled with the glory of God? Is it filled with God's will being carried out to the letter? Of course not, because God is not in control. God gave control to man. He leased the earth to man, said, here, you take control of this. You have dominion. You subdue things. You control this planet. And for the most part, man has chosen evil. They've chosen to use that gift God's given them and do evil. They've chosen to meditate on things that are impure and not godly and not righteous. Because from their heart flow the issues of life, they create a reality that is a disaster. And it's not what they want. And in the ultimate act of betrayal against God, they blame him for it. They blame him for their choices, for their actions, for their inaction, and for the fact that they, day in and day out, are thinking thoughts that are not aligned with Philippians 4:8. They are not thoughts that are lovely and of good report. I want you to think about this. Look at your reality. Be real honest with yourself here. This is not about you telling anyone else anything. This is about you just examining yourself and thinking truly, honestly about your life. Your thoughts have been orchestrating your triumphs. They've been orchestrating your disasters. The things you meditate and give heed to and consider and think about repetitively have been creating the reality you've been experiencing. You've been attracting via the law of attraction into your life things you don't want because of your thoughts. And this is not about positive thinking, because you can think positively, but if your vibration's wrong and you don't really believe it, you just talk about it and maybe hope that it happens, that's not real thinking about the goodness and grace of God. That's not real thoughts about what's lovely and good report. That's just somebody who's hoping that if they just think a few positive thoughts, they're magically going to have a great life. That's not how it works. This has to become who you are, that you are that person of character and substance who only thinks about things that are lovely and good report. That's very different from what most people do. Even the vast majority, and I'm talking about 99% probably of professing Christendom, they do not follow Philippians 4:8. They absolutely 100% do not. And the few who even try are just kind of giving it a half-hearted effort, and they get the results you'd expect from a half-hearted effort. Your life can be great. It can be an absolute majestic thing. It can be something that people come up to you and ask you, how did you do it? But it will never happen if you don't have the thoughts that align with that kind of person. with you becoming that person, with you being and living and experiencing that person who you truly should be, but most people never rise to. Most people shrink back. They live like the world. They live like average people. They become normal. And normal is the death of a professing Christian, because we should be the furthest thing from normal, because we know the Creator and we walk with Him. We don't live in sin. We don't do all the things the world does. Why would we want to be anything like them and get results that match their results? How could we even, if we truly know God and walk with Him? It's not possible. But we have to make sure our minds are focused, our thoughts are focused and aligned with the goodness and grace of God. That we don't just say the Lord's Prayer and pray that God's will be done in earth as it is in heaven, as a mindless and vain repetition that we don't really mean, but we actively in our thought lives bring about that reality, because we're constantly focused on the goodness and grace of God. We're constantly focused on God's will in heaven being done in earth, and we're believing for it, and we experience it. Because from our hearts flow the issues of life, and we keep our hearts with all diligence. My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly. Now, this is a special little bonus section for those of you who actually watch the entire video. I don't want the normies who just watch most of the video and click off when they think it's about to end and go on to the next cat video or whatever they're going to watch. This is for people who want to improve their lives, want to build themselves up, and want to become a great success. I have a few spaces open in my coaching program. I want you to get in there now, sign up, and let's get you successful, because you're already showing yourself to be different. I want to weed out normies and the average people who would not watch a video all the way through. Those are not the people who I want to coach. You're very different. You actually are watching this till the end. You actually are completing something. So that means more likely than not that if you start this coaching program with me, you'll do what I say and you'll get the best results, because that's what I want. I don't offer coaching to make money from people. That's part of it, of course. And I want to be compensated for my time. And also I want you to have an investment, because I've done free coaching. You've seen over the years, if you've watched my videos for years, I've done free coaching numerous times. I've given free coaching out. And the reality is the vast majority of people who take me up on the offer for free coaching don't do anything. They are proactive for a few days, maybe even a few weeks, and then they just fall off. I want you to have an investment. I want you to believe in yourself, so much so that you invest in your success. And I want you to invest and get my coaching today, because I'm going to help you to become a great success.